Hey friends, I'm Lisa. Welcome back to Mindset Fluent English, the podcast where you don't just learn English, you also grow your mindset.
And I'm Ethan. And today's topic, this one's powerful. Because if you've ever looked at someone and thought, wow, they're smarter, richer, or better than me, then this episode is definitely for you.
Yes, let me ask you, have you ever compared your English with your classmates, or your job with your friends, or maybe even your looks on social media, and suddenly felt like you're not good enough?
Come on. That's basically the story of everyone's life. But here's the shocking truth. Comparison is the fastest way to destroy your confidence. It's like carrying a heavy backpack that's not even yours.
Exactly. And the saddest part? When you compare, you stop seeing your own progress. You forget how far you've actually come.
But don't worry, today we're not just going to talk about the problem. We're going to share real strategies to break free from comparison, to boost your confidence, and to finally enjoy your own journey.
And here's a little promise. If you stay till the end of this episode, you'll walk away feeling lighter, stronger, and ready to focus on yourself instead of wasting energy on others.
Trust me, once you stop comparing, your English learning, your mindset, and even your happiness will skyrocket.
All right then, grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive in.
Lisa, let's be honest, we all compare. Our English, our jobs, even our looks. But the real problem is, comparison makes us blind to our own progress. It's like wearing sunglasses at night. You just can't see what's already shining inside you.
Exactly. For example, you see someone speaking fluent English and immediately think, wow, they're so good. I'll never be like that. But here's the truth. You're only seeing the result, not the journey. You don't see the hours they spent practicing, the mistakes they made, or the times they felt nervous too.
Yes, it's like scrolling Instagram and seeing a picture of a beautiful cake. You're still mixing the flour and they're already posting the final masterpiece. Of course, their cake looks perfect. They're just ahead in the process.
I love that example. And here's the lesson. Everyone has their own timing, their own recipe. You can't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. It's unfair to yourself.
Exactly. And let's go deeper. Comparison doesn't just waste time, it steals your happiness. Instead of celebrating what you can do today, you feel upset about what you can't do yet. You forget to clap for yourself.
Yes, and notice that word, yet. It's not that you can't speak fluently, it's just that you can't yet. And that little word changes everything. It means your story is still in progress.
Beautifully said. Because here's the truth. When you compare, you look sideways at others. But when you focus on yet, you start looking forward toward your own growth. And that's where confidence lives.
Exactly. So, if you've been comparing yourself lately, pause and ask, am I really behind, or am I just on a different chapter?
Now, Lisa, here's something people ask me all the time. But Ethan, if I don't compare myself, how will I improve? Don't I need comparison to push myself?
Great question. And here's the truth. You don't need to compare with others. You just need to compare with yourself. Think of it like this. Look at where you were 6 months ago. Maybe back then you couldn't even introduce yourself in English. And now you can hold a basic conversation. That's growth.
Yes, that's what I call healthy comparison. When you compare with your past self, it motivates you. It lifts you up instead of crushing your confidence. It's like running a race, but your only competitor is yesterday's version of you.
Exactly. Imagine if trees compared themselves. The small tree would say, oh no, that tall tree is way ahead of me. But in reality, it just started growing later. And guess what? With time, it will grow too.
I love that example. Now, here's another question people often ask. Why do I always feel others are ahead of me?
Well, that's because of one big thing, social media. People only show the shiny parts, the highlight reel. You see the polished, edited, best 5 minutes of their life. But you don't see their struggles, their failures, or the nights they cried.
Right. So, when you compare your messy, real, behind the scenes life with someone else's perfect movie trailer, you'll always feel like you're losing. But the truth is, They're struggling too, they just don't post it.
Yes, and once you realize that, comparison loses its power. Instead of thinking, they're ahead, I'm behind, you start thinking, we're all just on different journeys, and that's okay.
Exactly. And here's the secret, your only job is to focus on your journey because your story is unique, and comparing it with someone else's story will only make you forget how special it is.
All right, friends, let's be honest. Knowing comparison is bad is one thing, but the real question is, how do we actually stop it? Let's give our listeners some real life, practical solutions.
Yes, because just saying don't compare is easy, but if you don't replace comparison with better habits, you'll fall right back into it.
Exactly. So here's tip number one, practice gratitude. Every morning, take 1 minute, just 1 minute, and write down 3 things you're grateful for. It could be simple, like, I had a good breakfast, or I learned one new English word today. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have.
And gratitude works like magic. Honestly, it's like changing the lens on a camera. Suddenly, life looks brighter, clearer, and you start noticing your wins instead of your gaps.
Love that. Now, tip number two, track your progress. This is huge. Record your English speaking today, even if it's just one sentence. Then, record again after 1 month. You'll be amazed at how much better you sound. Trust me, the difference will shock you.
Absolutely, because growth is sneaky. Day by day, you don't notice it. But when you look back, it's like, whoa, I've come so far. And that kills comparison because you realize you're already improving.
Exactly. And now, tip number three, limit toxic input. Let's be real. If scrolling social media makes you feel small or insecure, unfollow that account. Protect your mental space. Think about it. Would you let someone throw garbage into your living room? No. Then don't let them throw it into your mind either.
That's such a strong image, but so true. And here's my personal favorite, celebrate small wins. Did you say one full sentence in English today? That's a win. Did you understand one new phrase in a movie? That's a win. Celebrate it. Clap for yourself, give yourself a high five, even do a silly happy dance if you want.
Yes, because the more you celebrate small wins, the less you'll even care about where other people are. You'll be too busy enjoying your own growth.
And here's the golden line, friends. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday.
Wow, Ethan. That's powerful. And I'll say it again for everyone listening. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Write it down, put it on your mirror, make it your phone wallpaper. Because once you live by that truth, you'll stop comparing and you'll start shining.
Lisa, let's be real. Comparison always tries to creep in, even when we're doing well.
Exactly, it whispers. Look at them, they're ahead of you. And suddenly you forget how far you've come.
But here's the shift, everyone has their own pace. You can't rush your journey.
Right. Think of flowers. One blooms in spring, another in summer. Both are beautiful in their own time.
And just like that, your job isn't to race others. Your job is simply to bloom.
Yes. And real confidence comes when you embrace your own race instead of running someone else's.
Because nobody else can live your story. It's one of a kind.
And here's something people forget, perfection doesn't inspire, authenticity does.
So true. People don't connect with flawless robots. They connect with real humans, mistakes, quirks, accent, and all.
Exactly. Your imperfections are not a weakness, they're your signature. They make you relatable.
And that's the secret. Realness is magnetic. It pulls people closer to you.
So stop hiding. Don't wait until you're perfect. Show up as you are.
Yes, because at the end of the day, your journey is your superpower.
Okay, friends, let's get real for a second. Have you ever compared your English with someone else and suddenly felt embarrassed? Like, oh no, I sound so bad.
Oh, Lisa, been there. In fact, once I compared my accent to a super polished British speaker. And trust me, it was a disaster.
Oh, wait, I remember this. You literally sounded like a confused GPS system.
Yes, I was like, turn left in 200 meters, recalculating. Wait, where am I? Error, error.
Oh my gosh, yes. And you were so serious about it too. That's the funniest part.
Exactly. And guess what? The world didn't end. I laughed, people laughed, and we all moved on.
See? That's the beauty of it. Mistakes don't kill your confidence, fear does. If you can laugh at your mistakes, they lose their power.
And that's a golden lesson. Mistakes and comparisons are just funny stories for later, not life sentences.
All right, listeners, now it's your turn. Drop in the comments. What's the funniest English mistake you've ever made? Maybe you mixed up words, or maybe you said something totally awkward.
Oh, yes, we want to read them, and who knows, we might even share your story in our next episode. Imagine your funny moment inspiring someone else to keep learning.
So remember this: don't cry over mistakes, laugh at them, learn from them, and keep moving.
You know, Lisa, I remember one of our listeners who once messaged us. She said, "My English is so bad. Everyone around me speaks better than I do." And honestly, she was ready to give up.
Oh, yes, I remember her. But when we asked her to look back, just 6 months, she realized something powerful. Back then, she couldn't even introduce herself properly, but now, she was making full conversations.
Exactly. That's the trap of comparison. She only saw what others could do, but forgot to notice her own growth.
And the moment she stopped comparing, her mindset shifted. Instead of saying, "They're better than me," she started saying, "I'm better than yesterday." And that one small change gave her so much confidence.
Right. And here's the best part, because she focused on her own journey, she actually improved faster. No pressure, no self doubt, just steady growth. That's the power of choosing your own path.
Wow, what an episode. I hope this really opened your eyes. Remember, comparison doesn't define you, your effort does.
Exactly. And now we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's one step you'll take this week to stop comparing yourself?
Your answer might be the exact motivation someone else needs today. So don't hold back. Share it with us.
And if this conversation helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Plus, hit that bell icon so you never miss our weekly episodes.
Because every week, we're here to help you grow. Not just in English, but in confidence and mindset too.
So keep learning, keep smiling, and keep moving forward.
And most importantly, stay focused on your own journey. That's where real confidence begins.
We'll see you in the next episode.